Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Last night's video, I told you that I would be either going to Maracas today or contacting the TDC to find out what's going on with the Maracas beach fiasco. There's a mayhem and a gangsterism going on Maracas beach, and nobody seems to be in charge. So I thought we should find out what is going on there. So the purpose of this video today is to find out.
Welcome to the Ministry of Tourism of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now or press 0 for an operator.
Press 0.
Good afternoon, Ministry of Tourism.
Good afternoon, my name is Philip Edward Alexander.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to speak to somebody in charge. I want to get some information on what's going on Maracas Beach, please.
Sure. In terms of,
I want to get some information from who would be responsible for renting or granting vendors licenses to the people who are renting benches and chairs on the beach. Who would be in charge of that?
let me transfer to our Administrative Officer, Mrs. Kalu. Please hold.
Mrs. Kalu?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Like Mrs. Kalu not in office today.
Sir, the call return. Let me transfer to our Administrative Officer to Mrs. Ramdani.
Mrs. Ramdani?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, good day. Is this Mrs. Ramdani?
Hi, good day.
Mrs. Ramdani, my name is Philip Edward Alexander. You hearing me?
Yes, yes.
I'm calling to get some information with regards to the vending of beach chairs on Maracas Beach. You aware of what I'm speaking about?
No. Here, what I will put you on to 317 is the extension. You hear me, Miss Kendall?
Miss Kendall is in charge of Maracas Beach?
She's one of the project managers who normally visits, but I am not aware of like beach chairs, and our info is not in at the office right now.
What is her extension?
The extension is 317, Miss Kendall. I'll transfer.
Before you transfer me, I want to ask you something. Because
Okay.
who is the absolute authority where Maracas Beach is concerned?
Well, right now we have Ministry of Tourism with certain aspects areas, and the NIPDEC is in charge of the car park and the washrooms.
Who's in charge of the actual beach? Yesterday I spoke to a senior officer at Sawa Laventil Regional Corporation, and he says that Maracas Beach and everything to do with it comes under tourism and TDC.
Right. It's just recently NIPDEC took control of the car park and the washroom.
Right, but this is not a car park issue. This is a beach issue with regards to people. What we want to know, do they have permission to be doing this? Because at some point I want to make this a police matter, but before I even get in touch with the police, I want to get as much information as I could. So, citizens are complaining that they're being gangstered on the beach, threatened, confronted by people telling them they cannot use the beach without renting a chair. Are you aware of that?
No.
And that the chairs are laid out right across the beach and you can't move them.
Advise you to do, right? Here what I would advise you to do. You could write.
No. Mrs. Ramdani,
Yeah,
you and I are speaking live on social media. Everybody I talk to I am recording live video for the whole of Trinidad and Tobago to see how we mismanage this country. I want to speak to the person who has the authority to drive up to Maracas Beach today with a police officer and a flatbed truck, confiscate all of those chairs. Because I was going to do it today. I just need to make sure that the lines of authority are clear. Who in your organization right now is responsible for the management of Maracas Beach?
The whole beach, well, is Ministry of Tourism, right? But I am not aware where the chairs are concerned.
Forget the chairs. Forget the chairs for now. Who's in charge of the beach? Who's in charge of Maracas as a project?
Ministry of Tourism, yeah.
Okay, who in Ministry of Tourism?
When you say who is Ministry of Tourism?
Who in Ministry of Tourism? There's nobody with, there's no line person for Maracas?
Well, let me get the proper information and call you back, right?
Mr. Ramdani, I want you to either transfer me back to the operator or put me on hold, because I want to speak to that person. Now, my next call is to the Maracas Bay Police Station. I want to find out why the police service not doing its job. But I need to know if the tourism ministry ever contacted the police. Because if the public reached to contacting me, I don't know if they would not have already tried contacting y'all or the police. There must be a senior person under the minister who I could speak to that could easily direct me as to who's in charge, so that me and that person could have this addressed.
Okay, here one. I'll put you onto the same person I want to transfer you to. The high extension is 317, Miss Kendall.
What's Miss Kendall's job? Her description?
So she is one of the project, or she is the project manager.
Nice.
For the beaches, right?
Thank you very much, Miss Ramdani. Put me on to Miss Kendall.
Hold on, huh?
Sure.
317 is the extension.
317, thank you.
Hello, doctor.
Hi, good afternoon. Is this Miss Kendall?
Yes,
Miss Kendall, this is Philip Edward Alexander. How are you?
I'm fine.
I was just speaking with Mrs. Ramdani, who told me you might be the person to give me information with regards to who is in charge as to what's going on Maracas Beach right now, because the public are complaining that people have laid out beach chairs across the entirety of the beach, and if you do not pay them to use their chairs, you are threatened with confrontation. Now I'm asking you, has the tourism ministry rented Maracas Beach out to people to rent chairs to the public?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm the right person to understand.
Who would be the right person to talk to?
I can find out for you. Can I get a number for you and I'll have somebody call you back?
Miss Kendall, I want to hold on if you don't mind.
Well, I have to find out and then I'll get...
Who would you find out from, Miss Kendall?
I will find out shortly, actually. Because I'm about to go to a meeting, so I'll find out.
Miss Kendall, you and I are speaking live on a live video on social media right now. Trinidad and Tobago has been listening to this entire conversation with everybody that I've spoken to so far. I will keep dialing back the ministry, tourism ministry, until I get this information. I want to assure you. So I need you to tell me, if you cannot answer my question, give me the name of the person who can.
I will find out for you.
I am holding on. I am holding on for that information.
Well, I'll call you back if I can get a number.
Ms. Kendall, who would you get this information from?
Well, I have to find out who is the person who will be able to call you back.
I know, but I'm asking you a question. Who would you ask for that information? Transfer me to that person. Hello?
Hello?
Ms. Kendall?
Yes?
Transfer me to the person that you would ask and I will ask them.
Hold on.
Thank you. And she hangs up the phone, right? As if it is ever going to be that easy to get rid of me. This is how Trinidad and Tobago is run.
Ministry of Tourism.
This is how our country is run. Every aspect of Trinidad and Tobago. She did hang up. Every aspect of Trinidad and Tobago is mismanaged like this.
Good afternoon, Ministry of Tourism.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Philip Edward Alexander calling.
Yes, sir.
Is the minister in office?
Hold on.
Every time you all see me do these videos, you all see what an actual cesspool this country is. Every time you all watch me do this.
Okay.
Hello? Yes, ma'am.
Not to my knowledge, I haven't seen him for today.
Does the minister have an assistant in that office?
Yes, sir.
Can I speak to that assistant, please?
Sure, I'll transfer to Miss Hunt.
Miss Hunt?
Yes.
That's the minister's assistant?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Secretary.
Minister's secretary. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Minister's office. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Hunt.
Speaking.
My name is Philip Edward Alexander. How are you?
Okay.
Miss Hunt, I'm trying to get on to the minister because I'm getting a runaround in the ministry because the public is calling me with regards to the mayhem taking place on Maracas Beach, and I'm trying to find out who in the ministry is responsible. I spoke to Sawa Lavantil Regional Corporation and they directed me to y'all. They said that y'all have responsibility. I know NIPDEC has responsibility for the washrooms and the car park, but who in the ministry has responsibility
Well, let me guide you to the permanent secretary of the ministry who would be able to better inform you.
Who is the permanent
His
secretary?
name-
Who's the permanent secretary?
I am getting there, Mr. Alexander. His name is Richard Madre,
Richard Madre.
M-A-D-R-A-Y. And you may get him on the same number you contacted me on. His extension is 229. His secretary's extension is 230. Her name is Miss Eckstein.
Miss Eckstein?
Yeah, E-C-K-S-T-I-N-E. And his executive assistant, Miss Supnaman, is extension 514.
Okay, now I want to ask you a question. The executive assistant is who?
Miss Supnaman.
Miss Suknanan.
Yeah, 514.
Okay, you can't transfer me from...
I could, but what I'm saying, I just gave
I thank you, I
in
appreciate that.
In case you are transferred and you get cut off,
Thank you.
know who the extension.
Much appreciated, Miss Hunt. Thank you
I
very,
am
very
going
much.
to transfer you now to Miss Eckstein, his secretary, who will guide you further.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
See why you change a government? A functional government.
Yes, his office, good day.
Good day. Am I speaking to Miss Eckstein?
No, she's not at her desk right now. May I take a message?
Who am I speaking with, please?
This is Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly, my name is Philip Edward Alexander. How are you?
I'm okay.
Kelly, what is your role in the ministry?
I'm permanent secretary's executive assistant.
Well, you are the person I'm trying to reach. Kelly, we are talking live on social media. I have spoken to Miss Ramdani, Miss Kendall, Miss Hunt, and now you. I'm trying to get some information with regards to the gangsterism going on Maracas Beach with the beach chairs. The public are alarmed that they can't go to the beach without facing hoodlums telling them that they have to pay a rent to sit on a chair or they can't use the beach at all. You aware of this?
I don't think I'm the person you need to speak with.
But Miss Kelly, you could tell, is Miss Kelly or Kelly?
Either one is fine. Can I transfer you to our corporate communications division? Maybe they'll be able to assist you.
Corporate communications. I want somebody in authority. I want to go there with the police and a flatbed truck. I want to be able to tell these people you have not been granted a license to vend these chairs. You are breaking the law and we are seizing all. That's what I want to do. So I don't want to get the spin. I want to get the person in authority to do their actual job. Who would that person be?
Can you hold?
Sure.
Thank you.
Something as simple as this. Not that they don't want to be held responsible, Gary Blake. They're not responsible. Nobody wants to do the actual job. This is what shut Petrotrin down. 900 people with post-title assistant extension. Nobody with an actual job. Nobody in our freaking 2x4, the tourism ministry, that does jack shit for this country could tell us what's going on Maracas Beach. The tourism ministry has nothing to do.
Hi, thanks for holding. I have to address you to our corporate communications person.
Sure. Thank you, Kelly.
All right. You want her name or extension, or do you have it already?
I want you to give me everything, and then I want you to transfer me.
Okay, it's Bobby Rogers, and her extension is 316.
Bobby Rogers.
And her extension is 316.
Thank you. Transfer me, please.
Sure, please.
Kelly and Bobby and all of these, I feel like I'm watching an American sitcom. Is this Bobby?
It isn't. She stepped out to lunch. Would you like to leave a message?
No, I'd like to find out who am I speaking with. Is this Bobby's assistant?
This is Jason Leach. This is the cop. Oh.
I'm not hearing you very well, sir.
Sure, this is Jason Leach.
Jason Leach.
Yes.
And what is your role in the ministry?
I am the corporate communications coordinator.
Corporate communications coordinator. What is Bobby Rogers' title?
Senior communications officer.
Lord have mercy. Look at titles. What's your first name?
Jason.
Jason Leach. Mr. Leach.
Yes.
I have spoken to Miss Ramdani, Miss Kendall, Miss Hunt, and I believe Kelly, who tried to transfer me to Bobby, and I got you. We are speaking live on social media like everyone else I was speaking to before with regards to the madness that is going on Maracas Beach with the gangster chair issue. Are you aware of it?
I am aware of the issue.
Do these people have a permit or a license to vend these chairs?
All right. So what you're asking me to comment on, I am really going to have to ask somebody else to at least speak on it.
But Mr. Leach, you're in corporate communications, and you would be aware that having 6 people talk to Trinidad and Tobago and not one person could answer something as simple as who is responsible for Maracas Beach?
Well, that's not what you asked, you know.
But that's what we've been asking from the start. There is a problem on Maracas Beach. There should be somebody. They sent me to you.
All right. Well, I don't know that they sent you to me.
Well, they sent me to your senior, but you're not. She's not there.
Right.
So I got you.
So what I'm saying is, if it is you would like to have an appropriate response, there are ways in which we could go about that.
Tell me.
One of the ways is that if it is you, I can have somebody get back to you.
Mr. Leach, I'm not the kind of person that would allow that to be the end of this conversation. I am calling the Maracas. Mr. Leach, I'm calling. But Mr. Leach, somebody in your organization was supposed to instruct the police by now. And this has been going on because the last time I went to Maracas Beach was about 3 months ago. And it happened to me. But I thought it was one and done. I didn't know it was happening to everybody. So it means one of 2 things. With all of the organizations and all of the desks and all of the positions and all of the assistants and all of the extensions and the seniors and the juniors that exist in the tourism ministry, nobody knows what's going on Maracas Beach, and nobody takes any action at all to protect the public who pays the salaries of all of the corporate seniors and juniors and assistants and extensions in that ministry.
All right, so I think we are having, at no point in time I said nobody knows. What I said was that if you want an appropriate response, there's a way in which we can do that.
But Mr. Leach, I'm supposed to be able to pick up the phone and call my tourism ministry and somebody answers what's going on.
All right, and I appreciate that is how things probably should work, but that is not how it's happening today. And what I'm saying is we can give you a response if you give me your name and your information and the issue, and we can get back to you.
Mr. Leach, my name is Philip Edward Alexander. My number is 682-2110.
Hold on one.
But I'm letting you know, giving you my number.
Hold on 1 second. I need to write it down.
No problem at all, but I'm not going to stop till I get your minister on the phone.
Which is your entitlement, Philip Alexander.
Philip Edward Alexander, 682-2110.
Hold on, 682.
2110. Now, Mr. Leach, if somebody in Trinidad wanted to lodge a formal complaint about the mismanagement of Maracas Beach, who should they talk to?
They should address that concern to the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism.
Richard Madre? But Richard Madre is not there. Neither Miss Eckstein or Miss Suknanan. I got Kelly, who directed me to Bobby, who's not there either.
Okay.
Everybody is busy. And I got you, Mr. Leach, after speaking to Miss Ramdani and Miss Kendall, and a very helpful operator. Mr. Leach, I want you to understand, Trinidad and Tobago is looking on at a failed tourism sector and trying to understand why we would have so many senior positions, very eerily similar to Petrotrin and its collapse. Why we would have so many senior positions, you don't have to answer, I'll call back and get somebody else to answer. But why we would have so many senior positions in the ministry and not one person could tell me, Mr. Alexander, John Smith is in charge of Maracas Beach. I will transfer you to John Smith, who can address this matter immediately.
And what I'm saying to Mr. Alexander is that you are going to get a response. I have taken the information.
But what will you do? What would you do to get this information that we can't do right now while we are on the phone, Mr. Leach?
Mr. Alexander, I'm going to take information.
Mr. Leach, all of Trinidad is saying on this live video, listening to you, that says duck and run. This is a duck and a run. Who can you speak to off the phone call that we can speak to now? Can you transfer me to somebody who could be more helpful?
Mr. Alexander, I have already told you the process, and I'm going
Mr. Leach, I am telling you, I reject that process.
All right, no problem. But
I would like you to transfer me to the next senior person in that ministry.
Information to the person who is going to be best able to answer you.
Who would that person be, Mr. Leach? Mr. Leach,
you have an excellent...
Mr. Leach, who would that person be? That's your government working for you. When you in Trinidad and Tobago, you see this call here that coming up there, no caller ID. I want to bet you that's a government minister. I want to bet you money that's a government minister. Oh, God, man, Philip. Stop lighting me up now. Trinidad and Tobago, the average person goes on that beach and gets strong-armed and gangstered. And Mr. Leach, Jason Leach, assistant to Bobby Rogers. Good day, ma'am. This is Philip Edward Alexander calling.
Yes, sir. Did you get through earlier on?
I am having a game of snakes and ladders, it seems. I'm trying to get this information. I want to speak to the most senior person in the ministry who could tell me what is going on where Maracas Beach and these vendors for the beach chairs are concerned.
Okay, let me take your information to which I can now transfer the information to the Assistant Secretary.
Who's secretary?
Yes.
Which secretary? Permanent Secretary, Richard Madre, Secretary?
Mr. Madre, yes, sir.
Miss Eckstein or Miss Suknanan?
Mr. Alexander?
Yes. Are you trying to transfer me to Miss Eckstein?
Yes.
Miss Eckstein wasn't there. I got Kelly.
You got Kelly, Miss Suknanan?
Oh, well, Kelly is Miss Suknanan. Well, Kelly transferred me to Bobby. But Bobby wasn't there either. I got
I didn't see Miss Rogers is not here, okay.
So I got Jason Leach, who proceeded to tell me that there is a system in this third world banana republic tourism ministry, and then he proceeded to hang up on me for all of Trinidad to hear.
He hung up on you?
He hung up on me.
What type of service is this?
That's the question that I ask every time I call a ministry. Ma'am,
embarrassed.
Yeah, trust me, I'm embarrassed to be a Trinidadian every day.
Did you get onto Minister Secretary?
Miss Hunt?
Yeah.
I think I spoke to Miss Hunt. I think Miss Hunt, who gave me Mr. Madre's number and tried to transfer me to Miss Eckstein, who wasn't there, and I got Kelly.
Okay.
I tell you, I've been playing snakes and ladders.
Alright, so give me your full name.
Philip Edward Alexander.
Edward Alexander. And you're inquiring about the beach chairs. What about the beach chairs? Would you like to offer service?
No, not at all. I would like to stop the public being taken advantage of by gangsters and hoodlums on the beach. My next call is to the police service to tell them that as far as the tourism ministry is concerned, nobody has a license to vend these chairs. So that they should go with a flatbed truck and pick up all and arrest those illegally vending.
Okay. So were you a victim?
Yes. But I am speaking for Trinidad and Tobago, all of the people who are upset at the amount of money they are spending every month because ma'am, we have a lot of people working in the tourism ministry and none of them are there today at 219. Is there a seminar going on?
You mean yeah, I understand.
You see, this is a nation that is watching Petrotrin collapse in a heap because of government political appointees drawing salaries under false pretenses. We do not believe that our tourism ministry does anything of value for this country. But I don't want to distress you because you've been very kind and polite with me. I would like you to tell me before I go another direction. Is there anybody in that ministry that you think that I might be able to speak to who might have an idea as to who would be in charge of Maracas Beach?
Right, so Maracas Beach, yes, will fall under our ministry, and at present, the persons to which you were transferred to had some sort of affiliation in accommodating vendors at one time. But in terms of the holistic part of persons vending with the beach chairs, this is what I have to look into. I saw Mrs. Kulu come back into the office. If you permit me, just a few moments to discuss it with her, and I assure you that I will call you back.
I will wait on your call, ma'am.
Right, so now let me reiterate your concerns. The beach chairs are being sold, the beach chairs are being rented to beachgoers on the beach at what price?
It's not the price, ma'am. It's that people are not given an option. The beach chairs are being spread along the beach, and people are told that the only way that they could use the beach is if they pay to use a chair.
What?
That's what's going on Maracas Beach. That's what I've tried to explain to Mr. Jason Leach. But Mr. Jason Leach is only concerned with telling me that there is a system. But the system is failing the public. And Mr. Jason Leach hung up on me.
What system is he speaking of?
Mr. Leach alone may know about that. But right now, you and I are talking about a world, an insane world, where people have taken over Maracas Beach by force.
What day was this and what days does this be going on?
Every single day.
And you have any names of any of those touters?
Ma'am, I would like to go up there with a member of the ministry and the police service because I'm calling the police. I'm going to report this to the police. But I wanted to make sure that the tourism ministry wasn't involved in this racket. Because it could be that somebody in your ministry is getting a kickback from the chairs racket. This is Trinidad after all.
Wow. I don't want to think so.
And as much as I would like to either...
Alright, so I have your contact at 682-2110.
Yes, ma'am.
You wish to give me another?
That's all I have right now. I asked for 680-SEXY, but they laughed at me.
I assure you that I will get back to you shortly when I have discussed this. I'll be with you shortly.
I wait on your call.
Oh, yes, Mr. Alexander. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, it's not done, eh? We've taken another 2 minutes. I didn't take that operator's name for a reason. Now, the person who just wrote on my feed that I can't call and speak to a minister just so, friend, you on the wrong thread, talking to the wrong man. This is a 2x4 postage stamp island that does not need the amount of ministers we need. You need a government that is 9 people operating Trinidad and Tobago. We do not have a Ministry of Tourism. None of these people that I have spoken to today deserve the jobs they have. None of them are doing anything of value for anybody. Okay? At best, we need a Department of Tourism. But that will be discussed another time. What we're discussing now is this. The minister, his job is to serve me and to answer to me. And if you don't understand that, do me a favor, don't vote. Never vote. Because it is people like you who do not understand how this thing's supposed to work. How it's supposed to work is this. The government's job and any public officer's job, the purpose and function is the well-being of the citizens. We've never had a real government. We've had posers and stunt artists, and I understand that you all would be fooled and confuffled. But now I need to get a phone number for the Maracas police station. Because this has to end. And anytime we take up an issue, it ends. We deal with the issue. This is, after all, still a democracy. We're not owned by the 1% yet. Donnie Prasad, if she gets fired and not Jason Leach, that is everything that is wrong with this country.
Good afternoon, Director Assistant Sharon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi Sharon, could you give me the number for the Maracas police station?
The Maracas police station. The number for the Maracas Bay, is that it?
I want the police station's number.
The Maracas Bay police station, am I correct?
Yes ma'am, I'll work with that.
The number for the Maracas Bay police station is 669
Yes.
4136.
Any other numbers?
669-2988.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling the mobile.
I didn't have a choice. Sorry, I didn't hear the last part. Who am I speaking with?
Constable Mana.
Constable?
Mana.
Mana. How you spell that, sir?
M-A-N-N-A.
M-A-N-N-A, like manna from heaven.
Yes.
Constable Mana, my name is Philip Edward Alexander. How are you?
I'm okay.
Constable Mana, I would like to make a report that is coming to me from members of the public regarding gangsterism via chairs on Maracas Beach. You're aware of it?
No, we're not aware, but that's the information.
I just spoke to all the senior people in the tourism ministries. None of them are aware that anybody has given any license to lay out chairs on the beach and charge the public, because the public is not being given a choice. The public is being told that to use the beach you have to rent a chair, and they do not have any license or right to do that. And I'm calling to ask the Maracas Bay Police Service to intervene, get them to clear up their chairs. I don't mind them offering the service to rent their chairs to people passing by. But what was started off as that has become them laying out their chairs on the beach and insisting that people pay them or they can't use the beach. Are you aware of this, Constable Mana?
No, but we'll look at it.
Look into it? Thank you very much, sir. I'll call back tomorrow to get the results, okay?
Okay, no problem. Where's your name once again?
Philip Edward Alexander.
Okay, and where you work in a special unit or with the ministry or somebody?
Trinidad and Tobago for now.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks a lot, sir. Hello, good day.
Hello, good day, Mr. Alexander.
Yes?
My name is Bobby Rogers. I'm calling you from the Ministry of Tourism.
Hi, Ms. Rogers. I just spoke to the Maracas Bay Police Service and made an official report.
Sorry, I had you at a disadvantage. I was listening to you online, so I'm going to mute that conversation so that we can speak.
No problem at all. Now, you are aware, I assume, as you're listening to me online, as to what we're dealing with here.
Yes, I am.
Is the Tourism Ministry planning to take any action to protect the public from these gangsters and hoodlums?
Well, first of all, Mr. Alexander, I want to make it abundantly clear that the Maracas Beach Facility Improvement Project is an ongoing project. The Maracas Beach is an active construction site. The project is under the remit of the Ministry of Works and Transport, being executed by NIDCO. The project manager is NIDCO. It is an active construction site. So that's the first thing.
Okay, wait. I need to answer your first thing. Because are you saying that Maracas Beach is open to the public as a beach while being an active construction site?
It has been executed in phases. The first phase of the packages were the car park. The car park, when the car park was being done, the vendors who were in the car park were taken over across the beach into a temporary arrangement.
No, but Ms. Rogers,
we have subsequently put them into a permanent structure with respect to the vending booths. That was another phase, right? There is another phase that will be the refurbishment of the existing booths that would have been on the beach and are now unoccupied.
All right, Ms. Rogers, I want to ask you this.
Yes?
According to the San Juan Lavantel Regional Corporation, the authority where the public is concerned on Maracas Beach is the Tourism Ministry. Are you aware of that?
I cannot answer for what the San Juan Lavantel Regional Corporation could say to you, sir. With respect to the Ministry of Tourism.
But what they've said is that you have strict liability in cases of injury, dismemberment, and accidental death according to the laws of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And that's where we're at. If you are saying to me that NIDCO and the Ministry of Works is in charge of Maracas Beach as a construction site now, how is the public getting access to the beach?
I don't understand your question, sir. I really and truly don't understand your question.
To transfer responsibility of Maracas Beach, you said in the first instance, because I stopped you there, because you said that right now it's an active construction site. That's what we've all heard, and that it's under the control of NIDCO and the Ministry of Works. So I'm asking you, why is the public being allowed access to a beach that you do not have control over, that you say is an active construction site?
Mr. Alexander, with the dissolution of the TDC in 2007, Cabinet made a decision and vested the Maracas Beach under the responsibility of the Ministry of Tourism. That was a Cabinet decision. And
has that changed?
It's the responsibility of the Ministry of Tourism.
Has that changed? Was there any following act of Parliament or Cabinet that changed the line ministry from the Ministry of Tourism to the Ministry of Works?
No, the works being conducted.
Okay, but we're not talking about the works being conducted. We're talking about...
Before I engaged you, you were speaking on the matter of chairs. Is that correct?
Yeah, but chairs is not the Ministry of Works, ma'am.
No, the chairs are the issue on the beach that you were calling about.
Yeah, but for them to be vending, all vendors deal with you.
Yes.
Vendors don't deal with us. Vendors don't deal with
NIDCO. On the beach have an agreement with the Ministry of Tourism.
So the people who rent chairs on the beach have an agreement with you?
No, they do not.
So they have no authority to rent chairs in any situation at all?
And we have stated so publicly.
So the police service now, whose job it is to charge anybody for illegal vending, has anybody from the Ministry of Tourism made an official report to the Maracas Bay Police Service?
Mr. Alexander?
Yes, ma'am.
The issue is a matter that is being addressed by the Ministry of Tourism. We have been in conversation.
Ms. Rogers, sorry. You just said...
With respect to this issue.
You said to me that they are not licensed to vend. So using the simple language, it means they are illegally vending, yes or no?
Mr. Alexander,
no, I just want a yes or no to that.
That those persons who are vending chairs on the beach do not have a license agreement with the Ministry of Tourism.
So you and I could...
I believe that I have made myself
you're very abundantly clear on that. But I need...
And I thank you for the opportunity to have ventilated on that issue, because to my knowledge, that was the issue of discussion at the point
Ms. Rogers, no. The discussion can't be over because the public's still at risk. And that means...
No, I never said the conversation was over.
Okay, but neither is the issue.
I had to say on the issue because you were speaking on the issue of the chair vending.
But ma'am...
And I think that I have made it abundantly clear to you and your listeners that no persons who are vending chairs on the beach have an agreement to do so with
so they have no authority to be threatening.
You are within your right to refuse chairs and umbrellas.
Miss Rogers,
going to the beach.
Miss Rogers, sorry for interrupting you, but you see, the reason I'm calling you and disturbing your precious time on a day like this is that refusing the chairs and the umbrellas is no longer an option. People are being gangstered.
Of course it's an option.
Ma'am, they're being threatened. They're being threatened. This is why I said to you it's a police action now. But the police don't know that you having a problem because the police weren't told anything from the ministry. And the public who are going to your beach that you are responsible for are being threatened to either...
Mr. Alexander, I am not aware, and I will have to do the necessary research for you, but I am not aware of any official report being lodged of that nature. I am saying that I am not aware.
Ms.
I am
Rogers,
thanking you for the opportunity to find that information and to clarify this.
Now, I want to ask you something, Ms. Rogers. You are the senior corporate communications person at the ministry, yes?
That is correct.
Can I ask you then, in the interest of the safety and security of the beach-going public of Trinidad and Tobago, that you issue a release to all arms of the media that no one is authorized to insist that people pay them to use a chair or an umbrella on the beach, and that any such action should be reported to the Maracas Bay Police Station? Could I ask you to put out that release so that the entire public is aware and that you and I would have done our responsibility today and I could go my merry way knowing one more problem solved?
Mr. Alexander, we will do our very best to ensure the safety and security of all the patrons at the Maracas Beach.
Right. Well,
Thank you very much.
I would like to suggest, ma'am, at your next meeting, there be a sign erected at the site directing beachgoers as to who to call, because it took a lot for me to get you finally on the phone. And I suggest that people, the public...
Mr. Alexander, I was not at my desk at the time.
But
as soon as I got the information, I called you.
You did, and that was not meant disrespectfully. I have to speak to many other people to track you down. And what I'm saying is there should be a clear line. In cases of problems with this beach, please call on a number. Yeah?
Thank you kindly for your suggestion. It will be taken into consideration.
Can I ask you again for a media release to the public today, in letting the public know, because it's all over social media now, and the people, and you could scroll my wall because I shared one of them. There are drone shots. People have reached to bring in drones to take pictures of the beach to show all of the chairs laid out, taking up all of the space on the beach so that the public has no choice but to rent or leave. Could you put out a release guiding the public that that is an illegal act? Please? As corporate...
Sorry, I must apologize, I lost you there for a bit.
As corporate communications officer, can I ask you to put out a media release to guide the public that they are under no obligation to rent any chair or umbrella on the beach?
Mr. Alexander, I will take your comment and your suggestion into consideration for the best interest of the public.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rogers. I look forward to your actions.
Thank you for the opportunity to speaking with you. Have a good afternoon.
You too as well. So, today, now I know Ms. Rogers was watching us before, so she's going to watch some more to see and hear what I say. And I'm saying to the public that how a ministry is supposed to run is this. When you get a report that something contrary to what you believe is taking place on a facility that you are responsible for, you get involved. You take massive action and you advise the public. As corporate communications senior person, Ms. Bobby Rogers, I appreciate you giving us the respect and taking the time to return the call. I appreciate it. I'm asking you for this to be done and dusted, that two things be done. That a report be made to the police station, because I made one. But it would be a better report if it comes from the Ministry of Tourism. And also that you issue a media release that could be read on CNC3, TV6 and TTT tonight, advising the public, and be published in every newspaper tomorrow, advising the public that any attempt to strong arm or gangster them into using anybody's facilities on the beach is against